Today I'm privileged to be here in HDC2 by Digital Edge, one of the prominent leading data centers in Jakarta. And today I'm very honored to be accompanied by Mr. Stephanus Oscar, CEO of Digital Edge Indonesia. Hey, how are you doing, Oscar?
Hi, Pak Donny. Thank you so much for having us, and thank you for visiting our H2 data center. It's a pleasure.
Always my pleasure. Pleasure is all mine. Now, in this opportunity, I would like to get your introduction about what your company, how your company fits in the industry, when Digital Edge started in the market, and what plans. I think you've got quite great facilities in the market already.
All right, thanks. First of all, thank you again. Thank you so much for having the opportunity to talk with datacenterHawk. So my name is Oscar. I'm the CEO of HDC. So we are a subsidiary of IPT Indo Internet Tbk. It's a listed entity in the Indonesian Stock Exchange. So, and we are both Indonet and HDC are a company of Digital Edge Data Center. So Digital Edge is a Pan-Asian data center platform. We have data centers or assets in across 6 countries in Indonesia, in Philippines, South Korea, Japan, China, and we're building a huge campus in Navi Mumbai, India.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. For specifically Indonesia, the acquisitions is through Indonet. So what makes it interesting is that both Indonet is actually the oldest commercial ISP in Indonesia. We have been around for 31 years, since 1994, and we have 3 business pillars. So the first pillar is the connectivity part. So it's Indonet's bread and butter, which we are delivering network connectivity, fiber optic, dark fiber, DWDM, and also our latest services are cloud exchange. We help customers to be connected to all the global clouds who have presence in Indonesia, and we also have Crosslink. We are delivering 400 gig circuits to multiple data centers. And then the second pillar is the data center. That's where we are. That's where we come in as HDC. We have 2 data centers right now in downtown Jakarta. The first one is H1. It's a 6 megawatt IT load located next to the Cyber One building, which is the the internet hub of Indonesia. And we have just finished this construction of H2 data centers in June 2024. It's a 23 megawatt IT load, and it's one of the largest single-site data center in Jakarta. And the last pillar is basically the cloud computing.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, very, very impressive track record there. I think with in my awareness, right, with so many data center providers that are playing here in the market, right, I think it's very important to cover the entire spectrum, right? Yep. So if I understand from your explanation before, you cover from the connectivity part, even for the integration to the cloud, as well as the colocation, can I call it traditional colocation business?
Yeah.
And I'm actually very impressed with this H2 data center building. It's June 2024.
June 24, yes.
Okay. So maybe my next interest to ask you is that you probably have sort of addressed it in your earlier answer, but with so many competitions you have right now in the market, right? How does Digital Edge differentiate yourselves? Yeah. And maybe in the same question, I would like to get your views. What did you see in 2024? We've just ended 2024 about 2-3 months ago, right? And of course, 2025 will serve us a different challenge in the industry, a different market. So what can we see in the market in 2025 from Digital Edge or HDC's perspective?
Okay, thanks for the question, Pak Donny. Maybe I'll just talk from the macro perspective, right? I think Indonesia is a growing market. It's a hot market for data centers. As we know, we currently have about, I would say, somewhere between 200 to 250 megawatt of live capacity of data centers throughout the country, right? And according to a few research and a few market research companies, in 2029 we are going to be around 700 megawatt IT load market capacity, right? The way we see Indonesia from our perspective is that Indonesia is the 4th largest country in the world. We are definitely the largest country in Southeast Asia. We have around 80% internet penetrations. Our usage of mobile phones is around 7.5 hours per day, which is higher than the global market average of 6.5. So basically it's saying that Indonesians use mobile phone 1 more hours more than the average global users. And the data center, the density watt per capita right now is almost 1 watt per capita. And looking at other countries, like Singapore, I think their density is around 100 watts per capita. In Australia and Japan, somewhere between 10 to 25 watts per capita. So if we are going to be, let's say, about 5 or even 10 watts per capita market, Indonesia should be not just a 700 megawatt market, IT load market. We should be like 2 gigawatts.
2 gigawatts, yes.
Right? And again, coming back to my point, we are the 4th largest country in the world. There is a strong correlation between number of populations with the amount of data being generated, right? Especially for Indonesia, we have a growing demography, right? Young populations who are very active on social media. Why are we not the 4th largest data center market in the world?
Yeah,
right? So that begs the questions. So we're very optimistic about Indonesia. Hence, we are we're building these edge 2 data centers to capture that demands. And in terms of our differentiation, is obviously as I mentioned, we have 3 pillars. The connectivity, data centers, and cloud. Any of the customers going through a digital transformation journey would need at least 2 of these
2 out of those 3
services, right? They would need data center, and they would need network. They would need cloud computing, and they would still need network as well. So the approach for us is to go to market together, to provide solutions that that are efficient for our customers. Yeah.
No, I completely agree. I think having the ability to cover the entire spectrum like that, I think will differentiate a lot, for any data center providers. Well, I think that's all I have for this conversation. Now, in closing, this is what I always ask all my friends, all my colleagues that I've had the honor to interview and to get the advice. If I were to ask you 2 words, right, about Indonesia data center or Indonesia data center industry.
Okay.
Yeah. I can give you 10 seconds to think about it.
No, I think I just need 1 word.
Oh, you just need 1 word. All right. Go ahead.
I think it's optimistic.
Optimistic. Yeah. Wonderful. I'm optimistic as well about the industry. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Stephanus. Wonderful
Donny,
always.
thank you so much.
Pleasure as always.
Thank you.
Thank you.